All right, everybody. Welcome to the day ahead analysis for December 11th. Today was Fed day, so I didn't take anything. I think it's better for me just not to trade these days. Sometimes if I have a couple funded accounts I'm willing to take some risk on or take a gamble with, I will. But today was not one of those days, so I just went out and played some golf. It's kind of cold, but got myself out there, played with some buddies, so it was a good time. Let's get into analysis today. Me and Andy went over it. He just is feeling sick, so I'm stepping in here. What we talked about, what we're seeing here. So daily looks like it's in congestion action. The extension held, and then we had a gap at the open where it closed above that congestion DML right there on the daily. It looks like it might want to cycle back down to the bottom of the envelope at least. It did punch through all that resistance on the weekly, but it didn't get much follow through on there, and you are running into a lot of that monthly support. So I think this is a market that we want to be shorting right now, back down to the daily bottom of the envelope. I was looking to get short here, but it hasn't really given me an opportunity since it gapped right at the open, and I'm not at my computer to see that. So if it gives us a pullback, I might be getting short tonight. Let's look at ES. I'm sure it's gonna be the same thing, but hopefully end out this week strong. End out December strong too. Start up the new year going good. So ES, yeah, it looks like the same thing. You are a little higher on the monthly, but yeah, it's ES opened above that congestion DML, but ultimately it's pushing through it right now. So I would expect the same thing for ES to cycle back down to the bottom of the daily envelope. It tried to push through on the daily with this trend resistance, but ultimately closed below that extension. So might get a good move back down for tomorrow. Let's get into bonds here. All right, so you're running into a little bit of monthly support there on bonds, but weekly does not look real strong. It might get a push back up into the envelope, but ultimately resistance should step in right there. So looks strong right now. We'll see if it continues for tomorrow. Indices I think are really clear for the short side, so that's the market I will be focusing on. We can take a look at gold too. And Andy threw out a pretty cool idea that we could start doing here in Vulpero Edge is once we have a lot of people start doing analysis themselves, we all do our own independent analysis, and then we come together and have 10 of us together talking about what we're seeing, and that will really increase the edge for what we already have. So a lot of special things we could do here, especially with how good of a system we already have. So gold got a nice push right at the open, so let's see what it did over here. Yeah, gold's off to the races, it looks like. So I would be longing gold here, at least into those 2 weekly DMLs up here. These cores stacked up. Gold looks quite strong right now, so I want to head back up to these highs. These DMLs are saying higher, but at least for tomorrow, at least up into this. So gold looks strong. Indices look like they want to cycle back down to the bottom of the daily envelope. I think it's a pretty clear picture for tomorrow. So if you don't want to trade tonight, obviously see what overnight sessions do. Look forward to a good trading day tomorrow. So hope everybody had a good trading day. Hope Fed went well for everybody. I saw some people in the chat made some money, so it's all good, man. So hope everybody has a good rest of the night. See y'all.